All right, if you are watching this video, it is because of the fact that you understand construction businesses can't just run all up here in your head. And you probably need to implement some sort of a technology stack within your business so that you actually have the tools to operate the business and do it in a way that doesn't require, again, more of your time or more of your effort. If you don't know who I am, my name is Lev Parsegian. I'm the founder of Cosmosify, and what we do is we help bring order to residential remodel and custom home building businesses so that they can get more of their time back, more of their life back, enjoy the business that they built, and yeah. I'm going to get into the topic here today without any further ado because it's a topic that, one, I have a lot of experience in during my days working at T-Mobile, House.com, Better.com, and Workday, working for some of the biggest corporations across the U.S. You learn a thing or two when it comes to tech stacks, and the fact that all of these multi-billion-dollar companies were able to operate pretty big teams internationally was not just because of the fact that they had brilliant operators sitting in the seats and making all the calls or calling all the shots rather, but it's because they had implemented certain systems, certain processes, and more specifically, certain technology to make sure that they can have a grasp on the business at all times. And so I want to talk today about the essential tech stack for all seven-figure remodelers and custom home builders as I see it. And let's just get straight into it. So first things first, I want to talk about internal communication. So there's a couple of philosophies on this, but most of all, what I see from contractors is they say, oh, well, I have an internal communication process. It's fairly simple. I pick up the phone and I call my subcontractors or my field crew, my lead carpenters, my foremen, my superintendents. I pick up the phone and I call them. And that's all fine until you get to a certain point where your phone is blowing up all day, not just from your internal team, but also you got customers calling you, you got vendors calling you, you got designers, architects, engineers, everybody in between has that one phone number. And all the while, you're still getting all your personal stuff too. Like you're still getting communication from your wife. Like, is there anything that I need to pick up from Costco today? Or is there anything that you had in mind related that you want to make sure we do prior to the kids' PTA meeting this week? Whatever, right? The point is you're getting all of your communication in one inbox, and that is either typically your text message inbox or your voicemail box, which for most contractors, raise your hand if your voicemail box is currently full. I know. Okay, so the reason why I want to bring team and internal communication to you guys and my recommendation of using Slack is because I actually feel like Slack, in my opinion, is one of the best internal communications platforms out there. Now, a lot of guys I've seen use Teams because of the fact that they already pay for Microsoft Suite, but just the way that you're able to create automations and get all of your leads in one place and be able to break things down project-based into channels on Slack is super effective. So for example, for one of our contractors, the way that we've designed their Slack workspace is for every single active project that they have a Slack workspace in there. And so you have yourself, the owner, you have your project manager in there, perhaps your superintendent, your foreman, and any of your crew members. And so anything that is happening related to that job, any pictures, updates, questions, or things that need to be answered are all happening in that inbox of communication, meaning that if it's not related to that project, then you're probably not talking about it in that specific group chat. Okay. I love Slack so much, and I see that it brings so much order to construction businesses, really all across the board, and that is why I'm a big proponent of it. Okay, and there's no right or wrong here. There are different softwares that accomplish similar, if not the same thing, but these are just the ones that I love the most, and that we create systems around for our remodelers and our custom home builders who are doing more than $2 million a year in top line. Okay. That being said, let's move into our next one. and that is project management. So you're going to see here that I just threw in a couple of options, and I know there's honorable mention, contractor foreman, Procore if you're more so on the commercial side, and gosh, there's a couple others. But the main three, the big three that I'm going to talk through today are JobTread, HousePro, and BuilderTrend. And so if you're not familiar with what a construction project management system or software is, it is basically a place where you can complete all of your, basically start and complete all of your budgets, your proposals, send off contracts, take care of your takeoffs, and put together your selections lists for all of your clients. It's an all-in-one place to basically manage the project. Did I mention schedules? I'm pretty sure I did. But the point is that you need to have all of your project files documented in one place. Now you may be thinking, okay, but aren't I doing all of this in Slack because I'm talking to my team members about the project that we're working on? No, Slack is for day-to-day communication, and it's more so ad hoc in the moment communication, right? When we talk about a project management system, it is to document a project file, okay? It is to also, it's a living place to see the process, or rather the progress of that project live in one specific place. Okay, and so a couple of tools that are really popular: BuilderTrend, HousePro, JobTread. Again, I'm going to speak personally. I'm a very big fan of JobTread. I'm not married to any of them, but I am a very big fan of JobTread. I did work for House at one point in time, and I think that House definitely has its pros. All of these softwares kind of have like the pros and cons that you need to outweigh. But the one that I love the most for residential remodelers and custom home builders happens to be JobTread. Okay, and you can manage all of your construction project in here, and this actually integrates into QuickBooks for your financial management, which I'll actually get to in just a few. Okay, so that's project management. Let's go to the next one, which is client relationship management. Okay, so now you may be wondering, what the heck is this? I'm already able to talk to my team using Slack. I'm able to communicate with I should be able to communicate with the client through, House, BuilderTrend, JobTread, because I think that they have, and I know that they have, client interface portals. So why don't I just talk to my clients on there? Well, it's because these tools are not specifically designed to manage all of the relationships of all of your current and all of your past clients. Now, for current and active jobs, again, these tools can do it, but I personally like having standalone tools that do it because that's what these standalone tools kind of specialize in. And so two of the ones that are popular and I like a lot for, again, remodel contractors that are doing between $2 and $5 million a year in top line revenue, a lot of times even more than that, are High Level and HubSpot. Okay, and so I'm just going to throw High Level in here because it's one of the common tools that we implement and use for our guys. But High Level is great for a couple of reasons. Think about all of the leads that you have ever spoken to, okay? All those leads probably live in your phone book somewhere, right? And so the point is that we want to not just have them live inside of your phone book on your phone, but we want your whole entire team to be able to have access to it should they need to. I'm talking about also being able to see what buying stage that lead is currently in. Have you sent off a proposal to them? Are you attempting to reach them for the second time, third time? Have you already sent out a proposal and you're just waiting to hear back from one of the decision makers? This all can be tracked in a very segmented, cleanly designed way using a software like High Level. And so I highly recommend, if you guys don't have a CRM in place already, get one. Okay, I'm not going to sit here from a pulpit and say this is the right one. These are just the ones that I prefer. Okay, and mainly because you could do so much with High Level when it comes to also re-engaging and interacting with past clients and also just past leads that you've basically gotten their information for. Okay, there's probably a cleaner way of saying that, but I'm not going to complicate this. All right, and now let's go to our final pick here, okay? And our final pick is going to be finances. I'm throwing QuickBooks into here. I know there's a lot of different softwares. I think Xero is one of them as well. But the industry standard that I've found, and for a long time, construction companies have been functioning off of QuickBooks Desktop. The transition to QuickBooks Online for a lot of contractors has been rough. But guys, QuickBooks Online, when you pair it with something like JobTread or BuilderTrend or even House Pro, it works wonders. Being able to have all of your cost codes and your cost items and basically your catalog of all of your line items mapped specifically to the finances of your business, so you can see the true profitability, not just of the jobs, but also of the whole company. See how you're doing? That's a necessity. Okay, so when contractors or when you hear people in the consulting world say things like you got to know your numbers, that starts with having a management system in place that actually tracks all of those numbers, all of your ledgers, your chart of accounts, and things of that nature. When you take these tools, okay, and you put all of them together, y'all, okay, and these are just 4 of the main tools. There's a lot of other tools that I didn't mention in this video that are super helpful. But when you take these 4 tools, y'all, and you put it all together, you are able to have a way tighter grasp on your construction business. And it just makes your life a lot easier when you have something like this in place, because you know where your team is, you know how your projects are doing and where your projects are at. You know where your clients and where your past leads are and what your total pipeline value looks like. And you have an understanding of how your business is doing from a financial perspective as well. That is all I wanted to cover in this video today, guys. I am curious to see/hear from y'all. What are your favorite internal, tech stacks that you use for your remodel and or custom home building businesses? I have seen all kinds of tech stacks, but I'm always curious to hear from you guys what y'all use the most. If you got value from this video, then I encourage you to subscribe to the channel. I'm going to continue to make these daily videos, hopefully continue to serve a big value to this community of contractors that really needs it from a perspective of somebody who's worked outside of the construction industry. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy these. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.